From the depths of the oceans to the high-tech breeding centers of Dubai, let's take an in-depth look at the most incredible hybrid animals that actually exist today. The mule. The mule is perhaps the oldest and most successful hybrid in human history. Born from a male donkey and a female horse, the mule was bred specifically for its utility. While the pairing is rare in the wild due to different mating behaviors and social patterns, humans have been breeding mules for thousands of years. Mules are fascinating examples of hybrid animals gone right, where the offspring is actually more capable than the parents. They inherit the height and athletic build of their horse mothers, but the legendary strength and endurance of their donkey fathers. Perhaps most surprising is their intelligence. While people often use the phrase stubborn as a mule, researchers have found that this stubbornness is actually a high level of self-preservation and problem solving. A mule is much smarter than a horse and won't put itself in danger just because it was told to. With millions of mules used today in places like China, Mexico, and the US. The Liger. It's basically a massive animal created by crossing a male lion with a female tiger. What makes this pairing so unique is the sheer scale of the result. Because of a biological phenomenon where growth-inhibiting genes are passed down differently in these two species, the liger grows significantly larger than either purebred lions or tigers. In fact, it is the largest feline currently walking the earth, often tipping the scales at over 900 pounds. While a liger possesses the muscular heavy build of a lion, its coat is decorated with faint, dusky tiger stripes. Their behavior is a confusing but fascinating mix of their lineage. Lions are famously social animals, living in prides, whereas tigers are solitary hunters. A liger often displays a bit of both. They do not have health issues most of the time as well, and these animals do not exist in the wild because lions and tigers inhabit different continents and environments. Currently, their population is roughly around 120 individuals. The Savannah Cat. If you have ever wanted a pet that looks like it stepped out of a jungle documentary but acts like a house cat, the Savannah Cat is the answer. The hybrid is the result of crossing a serval with a domestic cat. The result is a spotted feline with long legs. From the serval, the Savannah Cat inherits lightning-fast reflexes and an incredible jumping ability. Some can leap over 8 feet into the air from a standing position. From the domestic side, they gain a surprisingly social and affectionate personality. They are often described as dog-like because they can be trained to walk on a leash and even enjoy playing fetch. A Savannah Cat, which is the direct offspring of a serval, is the largest and most expensive, often selling for thousands of dollars. The Beefalo. Now, not all hybrids are created for looks or curiosity. Some are bred for survival and industry. The Beefalo is a cross between the American bison and domestic cattle, and this was not an accident. It was a very intentional move by humans to create a super animal for farming. The goal was to take the massive size and meat quality of cattle and combine it with the legendary survivability of the bison. The result is an animal that significantly is more resilient than standard cows. The Beefalo can withstand extreme weather. We are talking from blistering desert heat to freezing mountain snow, and they are highly resistant to common bovine diseases. For ranchers, the Beefalo is a gold mine because their meat is leaner and higher in protein than regular beef, yet they can survive on much lower quality forage. Today, there are between 40 and 50,000 Beefalo across North America. The Wholphin. Now, one of the rarest hybrids in existence is the Wholphin. Despite the name, this is not a mix of a whale and a dolphin. It is actually a cross between a false killer whale, which is from the dolphin family, and a bottlenose dolphin. Because of the vast differences in their biology, these animals are extremely rare and rarely occur in the wild. Currently, there are fewer than 10 Wholphins currently known to exist in the world. The most famous one, Kikamilu, lives at Sea Life Park in Hawaii. Wholphins are a perfect 50-50 split of their parents. For example, a bottlenose dolphin has 88 teeth, and a false killer whale has 44. A Wholphin has exactly 66. They are known to grow much faster than dolphins and have a darker, more whale-like skin tone. However, their rarity is linked to health challenges. Genetic differences often lead to underdeveloped organs or infertility, making natural births a true biological miracle. The Zorse. Now, the Zorse is the offspring of a male zebra and a female horse. They typically retain the slim, athletic frame of a horse but are covered in striking zebra stripes, often most visible on their legs, neck, and hindquarters. Beyond their looks, Zorses are known for being incredibly hardy. They possess the strong endurance of a zebra and a much higher resistance to certain pests and diseases that plague standard horses. However, they are not exactly easy to handle. Zebras are wild, aggressive animals by nature, and the Zorse often inherits the wild temperament, making them much harder to train than a domestic horse. Because zebras and horses have a different number of chromosomes, Zorses are sterile. Interestingly, experts estimate there are over 1,000 Zorses worldwide, mostly in Africa and North America. Now, while they are stunning to look at, many conservationists argue that breeding them provides little scientific value, as they are often produced for entertainment rather than wildlife preservation. The Wolfdog. Now, the Wolfdog is exactly what it sounds like, a hybrid of a gray wolf and a domestic dog. Because dogs are technically a subspecies of wolves, they can interbreed quite easily, resulting in an animal that looks like a silver gray wolf but possesses the soul of a domestic pet. These hybrids are known for having incredible stamina and a level of alertness that puts standard guard dogs to shame. From their wolf side, they inherit sharp hunting instincts and a high degree of problem-solving intelligence. From the dog side, they gain a better ability to bond with humans. However, owning a wolf dog is no easy task. They require experienced owners because their instincts are much more intense than those of a typical German Shepherd or Husky. There are roughly 15,000 to 20,000 wolf dogs worldwide, mostly in the US, Canada, and Russia, where they are admired for their striking, wild appearance. The Cama. Now, the Cama is a hybrid that truly would not exist without modern science. It is a cross between a male dromedary camel and a female llama. Because these two animals are vastly different in size, they cannot mate naturally. The first Cama, named Rama, was born on January 14, 1998 in Dubai through artificial insemination. The goal of the project was to create an animal with the strength and desert-dwelling endurance of a camel, but the high-quality wool and cooperative personality of a llama. It lacks the camel's hump, but it does have short ears and a long tail like a camel, paired with the cloven hooves of a llama. Currently, there are fewer than 50 Camas in existence, primarily residing in the United Arab Emirates as part of an ongoing scientific experiment. The Grolar Bear. And finally, we have the Grolar Bear, a hybrid of a grizzly and a polar bear. Now, while these species have lived near each other for ages, they rarely crossed paths. However, as climate change melts Arctic ice, polar bears are moving further south to find food, while grizzly bears are moving further north as the tundra warms. The result is a hybrid that has the thick, white insulating fur of a polar bear, but the long claws and humped back of a grizzly. Unlike many other hybrids, Grolar bears are often fertile, meaning that they can continue to breed. They serve as a living reminder of how our changing planet is forcing nature to adapt and rewrite its own rules. The world of hybrid animals is a testament to the flexibility and mystery of biology. Whether they are the result of scientific curiosity or environmental necessity, these creatures challenge our understanding of what a species really is.